Welcome back. It's week 12. We are here, and one of us is really happy. We are ecstatic. The other two, we have a lot to talk about. We're fucking pissed. Mm-hmm. We are pissed off. So I know this has been a long day. We've been waiting for this time to happen and to come because we have a lot to talk about our shitty teams, the Jets and the Cowboys, who we can talk positively about. Mm-hmm. So where are we going to start? Let's get them out of the way. We're going to talk about them for a decent amount of time, and then we'll go from there.
I say we start with the Jets.
All right. Well, this episode we have Gassy on camera for once, and he's got a lot to say. So it's been a long-awaited moment. Gassy, take it away.
So I don't even know where to start with Zach Wilson. I guess we should start by just giving a little context. Where were we before the game on Sunday, and now, where are we now?
All right. So if we would have won this game, we would have been first place in the AFC East because of our divisional and the bye. We are now in last place. We are tied 6-4 with the Patriots, but they have a better division record than us, I believe. They still have other teams to play, but that's where we're at right now. Anything else? Just lay it all on us.
So before this week, Zach Wilson was 5-1 as a starter for the Jets this year. He hadn't really done much. Like, if you looked at his stat line going into this week, you might say, wow, this guy fucking sucks. But, we as Jets fans, we were giving him the benefit of the doubt because he was 5-1. The Jets finally have some hype. They have some energy. They haven't in 10 fucking years, but now they do. And Zach's winning games, so we were like, all right, he's just game managing. He's doing what he has to do, I guess, to win games. But then this weekend happens. The disaster in Foxborough, and now he's a bust. I mean, that was such a bad game. Muller. That was such a bad game that I don't think he can ever come back from that.
I mean, to be fair, you guys punted it 10 times and he had 9 completions. He didn't really let the defense down.
Dude, if you ask me what he did wrong in that game, I don't even know where I would start. Like, it was just everything. Like, nothing was done right at the quarterback position.
Before you said, Zach, he is 5-1 as a starter, and he has won us games. I think he has only really had an impact and won one of those games that he started in, 5-1, and it was a Steelers game I was at. Every other game, maybe the Bills, I didn't watch much of that game. I sucked. But, dude, Brees carried. Our defense is carrying. Greg the fucking Leg is carrying.
Greg the Leg.
Dude, listen, he did what he can only do, and that's game manage. Not turn the ball over. I don't think he even had a turnover against the Patriots. It should have been 2 picks. 100%. Yeah. But, dude, I think we know. Like, I don't even think we need more time. I think this is it. Like, we know what he is. We know his ceiling.
He's exactly what we thought he was.
He's exactly what we thought he was.
His ceiling is Patrick Mahomes' brother.
He has the raw athleticism and talent, and good one, that's funny. But he has the talent, he has the athleticism, but I just don't think he's mature enough. And all of these things are coming out now about, do you think you owe defense an apology, or do you owe anything to the defense? No. Who says that? Come on, bro.
I mean,
come on.
He could have done worse. He could have averaged 1 inch per yard or per play in the second half, but he averaged 2.77 inches per play.
9 for 22.
It could have been worse.
9 for 22 with 77 yards. And you know what? Gassy, and you know this, I wasn't high on him to begin with. I get it. But I want, as a Jets fan, to believe in him. I want to believe in him. And he was making me somewhat, because we were winning, we knew, listen, he's a game manager. He's just going to have to do what he has to do, play clean football. I'm tired of the fucking excuses. I'm tired of it. The Patriots game, when we went, it's just the Patriots, they own us, blah, blah, blah. You come off a bye, and you have a chance to beat them. We're 4-0 away. We're 4-0 in our white and black uniforms, which we're probably never going to wear again. And you put out that showing? Dude, there were countless passing plays. Little sidearm action, a miss to Braxton, Denzel dropped one. He missed Denzel open in the end zone. So many little things that could just be corrected if he just dimmied it down to the fundamentals and played sound football. I think he's just trying to do way too much. And with all the shit that's happening, because now, breaking news, Saleh is not committing to him on Sunday.
Yep, that is breaking news.
So I think it's going to be Mike White. 100%. It's not going to be Flacco. I think they're going to give Mike White a shot. 100%. They want to see what they have in him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I have to say. I mean, I don't think he's the guy. I just don't. I'm sold on it.
I mean, I'm going to lay my arms down. I'm not going to pick a side. But I am going to defend him real quick because I think there is a little part of this has to go on the NFL in being prejudiced against the Mormons because what?
Go.
They're not allowed to do stuff on Sundays. Like the only thing they're supposed to do is go to the temple, and what does he have to do every week? He has to go play football.
That's his temple. That's his temple.
No.
Yes.
But that is why you guys are being cursed. You're being cursed right now. Because God wants him, or whatever Mormons want up there. They want him at the church. But he has to go play a football game, and they're like, football? You're playing with balls? No.
So what is he supposed to do?
You're supposed to have 2 wives if you want to go to the greatest heaven. And then Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Also, I think he looked thin in that interview afterwards. And Mormons, everyone knows, have to fast at least once a month. I think that he miscalculated the amount of days, and he thought he was going to have off on Thanksgiving because the football team doesn't have any activities. But then he remembered, shit, it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to have to eat a lot, so I can't fast that day. So then he fasted on Sunday, leading to a really crappy performance. And also, I think ever since the whole mom thing came out, he lost both his wives.
So are Mormons allowed to fuck his mom's best friend as well? Is that allowed?
Depends how you look at it. There's some confusing things in here, Mike. I'm not gonna lie. There's some confusing things. And one question I have is, what good city is in Missouri?
St. Louis.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I know.
Because apparently every man's supposed to go to Missouri at least once before Jesus comes back. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing right here.
Well, he has Utah, bro. That's the promised land.
So why would they want to go to Missouri?
He never should have left Utah. That's the problem. God wants him back in Utah.
Also, once you go to the temple for the first time, you have to start wearing special... What's that face? You have to start wearing these special underwear called garments. I think he's not comfortable in them. What?
So he's just saying, fuck the Mormon religion. I'm just going to be a football player. Fuck my mom's best friend.
That's what he should do. That's what he should do. And it would be a lot more... Like, he would have a lot more money if he just left it and started just making football his religion. Because apparently you also have to keep enough food and water to survive 3 months. That seems like a great waste of... Like, we're wondering where all the water's going. Let's look right there to start. 3 months of water? Bro.
That was their first mistake. You know what? They probably saw the actual talent of Zach from his pro day in BYU playing that shitty freaking conference, whatever the hell it is. But they didn't.
No, but they played on Sunday. But not Sunday. They played on Saturday.
I know, but they didn't. They never dove into the religion of the Mormons.
Yes.
And what goes into it. Maybe if they would have dove in and did some research, this would have never been a problem. We would have never had him at a quarterback. A quarterback.
Yes.
Have you guys ever heard of soaking?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So for the viewers
that sounds like you do it.
In the Mormon religion,
come on,
they're very strict against premarital sex. So what they do is they insert the penis, and they just don't pump, and then it doesn't count. So they just let it soak and marinate in there.
So did he soak his mom's best friend then?
100%.
Because we don't even know.
100%.
We're just saying he bangs Mills, but like, dude, he could be soaking Mills.
I don't know. He's drenching MILFs. Let me tell you, he's drenching them. But that's another thing. Mormons, they're actually not allowed to swim because that's where they think Satan lives. So if he's soaking MILFs, he's going against the religion again. Like, this man's just got to lose that and he'll be a good quarterback. But he continues. Ah, man. It's really a shame what they're doing to him.
Guess. Do you have anything else you want to touch on?
Yeah,
about the Jets.
As you guys know, I was a big Zach Wilson supporter. I thought he was the right pick at number 2. And I've been a big Zach Wilson supporter up until this point, but after that game, there's no possible excuses I can make for him. You know, like going into this year, I thought he was a guy who has potential because he's got like all the physical traits he needs. Big arm, he can move, he can run, he can get out of the pocket. But his mental processing is like in the negative category at this point.
Yeah.
Like he's just lost out there. He does not know where to go with the ball. He makes the wrong read almost every time. He's missing wide open screens. And like he's just not an NFL quarterback right now.
That screen that he threw the ball to Bill Belichick on, like that is a play where a 60-year-old man is sitting in his living room and he watches that and goes, God damn it, I could get out on this field and make a couple million and make that pass. Like, you know that there's a group of people in this world that said that after that play.
Yeah, every
That
high school
happened.
quarterback said that.
Yeah.
Or every analytic nerd who sits in his grandma's basement eating Cheetos, like the World of Warcraft episode in South Park.
Yes.
Those people,
Yes,
when they
exactly.
say, I can go on the field and
Yep.
do that,
Yep.
you know they made a wrong decision.
Yes.
That, like, dude, even the one where it was like a mesh play, double mesh play, and Eli was wide open. It was like a 3rd and 2, bro. And it was that little check down pass to Michael Carter who gets absolutely blown up. Bro, he's right there. Like, the one to Denzel Mims, dude, like, Michael Nani, shout out to you, posted the video. He posted the film. He was open within 2 to 3 seconds. Like, he was there, hand open. Like, yo, he's so worried. I feel like in Zach's position, he's so worried about the D lineman catching him and the line performing badly that he can't focus on his progressions. Either he's going through his progressions way too quickly, or he's just timid. Like, I don't think I saw one ball that was thrown over 10 to 15 yards to somebody besides that Hail Mary that he threw to Denzel Mims or Garrett Wilson. I forget who it was. That was it. Dude, it was bad. And these fucking excuses. Oh, it was windy. Oh, it was windy. Oh, the miscommunication, the receivers, it's them too. Like, bro, Mac did fine. Mac was moving the ball. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I'm tired of these excuses. I'm tired of it. And Jets fans are tired of it. This goes to show how much we depended on Breece Hall. This goes to show. I don't remember the last time Michael and James had a touchdown. Maybe the Bills. That was it. Dude, there's no run game now. And I get it. Okay, there was no run game. But, dude, we're trying to pass here. We're trying to do something. There's nothing. Nothing. The Patriots, we are so much better than, like, on paper, we are so much better than the Patriots.
Dude, we should have won that game.
We should have beaten them. We lost to them 5 points a couple weeks ago. Like, we were in it, but it was the defense. The defense will always keep us in it. Always.
Also, I mean, you when there's 10 seconds left, you simply can't just punt it to the person.
Dude, no.
Like, how many times do we have to watch the Deshaun Jackson run back against the Giants before we all learn that when there's no time left, just punt the thing out of bounds somewhere. The other team's probably just going to, especially in that situation, 3-3, they're going to just take a knee most times.
10 times he punted. Zach had 9 completions. The MVP of that game was Braden Mann.
Yeah.
10 punts.
Yeah. He kept you guys in it.
Dude, Nick Folk missed 2. We had turnovers. Like, we were getting the ball back, and then just 3 and out.
Yeah.
3 and out. Same old Jets. That right there is the epitome of the Jets that everybody knows. That game. 3-3. And we kept it close, but we were just atrocious. I think our total yardage was like 104 yards throughout the whole game.
Dude, you can't even blame the punting team for giving up that run at the end because they don't have the conditioning to be on the field all game. They were tired. They were out there.
That is something I did not factor in, so
Yeah.
I do feel for them. But I'm still going to hate on them because that cost me the tie.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So, do you think the wind really has a factor when he's throwing swing passes and slants up the middle?
Oh,
I don't.
I thought you were going to talk about the punt. The punt, yeah.
Yes, the punt and the kick you saw with
No,
Greg the leg.
him throwing a 5-yard pass has nothing to do with that.
Nothing at all. And the fact that he freaking blamed the wind and the conditions on his play is bullshit.
He was wearing a visor,
Bullshit.
so it can't affect his eyes. That's the only other thing I could imagine the wind affecting is his eyes. But he had a visor on, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, you're going to hate this. But Sam Darnold has been the better quarterback than Zach Wilson.
I mean,
100%.
I think
you
when
can
you-
make an argument as Wilson.
Dude,
When you look at what
they're
Sam
both
had,
pretty bad.
they were bad. But listen,
They're
I have the
both, like,
stats
out
right
of the
now.
league in 3 years, type
Yeah.
of guys.
Listen, all right, yes, but listen, we're going to talk about the first round bust all we want because it will never leave. Sam Darnold, In his okay, so the sample size is 19 games.
Okay, Sam was better. I'll give it to you.
Dude,
He did so much better with what he had.
his completion percentage was 59.5. He went 368 for 618 completions for attempts, 4,172 yards, 24 touchdowns, 24 picks. Zach, 309 for 550, 3,500 yards, 36, 13 touchdowns, 6 picks. I know that we run the ball, blah, 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 but, dude, Sam was working with freaking plumbers and firemen. Like, I'll go through who he had. Washed up Le'Veon Bell, Brashad Perriman, Denzel Mims, Barrios Crowder, Chris Herndon, and Ryan Griffin. His coach was Adam Stupid Motherfucker Gase, and GM was Mike McCagnon, who never built him a line. Zach Wilson's weapons. Okay, now, let's see if there's an upgrade. Breece Hall, Michael Carter, James Robinson, Garrett Wilson, Eli Moore, Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios, Mims, Conklin, Uzoma. Dude, why? If you put Sam on this team, we might be winning. We might be winning. Who knows? But listen, Sam saw ghosts against the Patriots too. But yo, I think we're just completely. The Jets fans know that we're good, but I think we're trying to just hide the fact that we're a quarterback away. Your favorite saying: "We are a quarterback away."
Yes.
We're a quarterback.
I think
away.
the Broncos are more of a quarterback away team than the Jets, but yes, that's basically very similar.
So let's talk.
And
Go
one
ahead, I'm
second,
sorry.
because I just saw this because I forgot to go look. The Jets were one tackle away from being the 69 team of the week. Like, they were one tackle away. They had 68 tackles in the game. One tackle away.
Wait a minute.
I know a 69 when I see one. That was one.
Wait a minute. So my 69 was Michael Carter. That definitely did not hit.
No, there was no other 69.
There was no other 69?
No.
You were close.
I was close.
You
Close
were
on the
close.
tie. I was close. The Jets just, as an organization, sucked this week in all senses. They couldn't win. They couldn't throw. They couldn't help their defense.
The defense was elite. We got to give them that.
The defense is elite.
That's
what I
terrible
mean. They
defense
couldn't
to
help
me.
their defense.
Like, they can only do so much, bro. It pisses me off when they stop the Patriots on 4th down, on 3rd down, and we go out there and we do some putrid offensive plays and shit, and they're back on the field. Dude, this is every single year. This is why the Jets defense racks up so many points, because they're always on the field. They were probably on the field 75% of that game.
Go pick up their defense if you haven't yet.
They're already picked up, because I think people realize.
Free pick right there.
All right, so now let's talk about some scenarios where there could be possible trades or signings.
Yes.
So we talked about this earlier. You mentioned it, and I was thinking about it in my head. Trade for Kyler. Dude,
Yes.
I'm telling you, Joe Douglas can make something happen. Kyler does not want to be there. He can easily request a trade. We have the ammo. We have picks. Or we could go sign Derek Carr.
I like
because
that
he's
one.
not going to be back on the Raiders.
Derek Carb, actually.
Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. I would do it. I think Derek Carr would be solid on the Jets.
I think he's a good quarterback.
I think he's a good quarterback too, and Gassie's dad is a Raiders fan as well.
Oh,
and
okay.
we've watched him a decent amount. He's good.
I've seen the ups and downs of a Raiders fan through Derek Carr's career, and he's not the answer at the end of the day, but he's a guy who can
He's a Kirk Cousins.
He can get you close to the playoffs.
He's a
He'll
Kirk
be like
Cousins.
He'll be
Cousins.
like Brett Favre on the Jets. He'll come in, he'll take us to the playoffs, and they'll probably get hurt. But he's a perfect
you could
bridge
say
quarterback.
Kirk Cousins,
Like
maybe
what he's
maybe
doing right
Phillip
now.
Rivers, like a guy who just he puts up good stats every year, but he's just never gonna get it done at the end of the day.
But this is the problem, though. The Raiders never had a defense. If he actually came to the Jets with the defense that we have, and it's only going to get better next year, we would have a shot to play well.
Yeah, and he
win.
wouldn't have to outscore teams all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing about Derek Carr, and, well, not really about him, but the Raiders, how about that route by Adams this past week to win the game?
Yeah,
Dude,
that was
fucking
insane.
There goes my
Pat
mortal.
Surtain.
That was insane.
There goes Pat Surtain.
Oh, my God. Rumor has it he's still running for a hot dog.
But that's all I have to say about the Jets. I mean, I don't think we're going to draft anyone next year, but I do think we're going to make a move for a veteran quarterback because we haven't done that. We've always been in this cycle of just having some quarterback like Josh McCown or Bryce Petty, Fitzpatrick, and then drafting someone hoping in the future.
Yeah.
And you know what? Salah was right. We're going to lift you up, and we are. But he's just not. He's not freaking executing.
Well, they're done lifting him up. Oh, fuck yes, I found a 69 team of the week.
Good.
Let's fucking go. 2? Oh, no, we have a game of the week, boys. We have a game of the week. I'll save it for the end. This is fantastic. We just hit the jackpot. All right, continue.
So he just hit the jackpot, and we we're done drafting quarterbacks until maybe next year if we really want to keep Zach for one more year. But I think they know Douglas and Saleh, they're here to stay. I think that they know that we are in win now mode. We're in a winning position because we have such a good defense. We have good receivers. If Eli, I don't know what's going to happen, but get a quarterback, man. Go sign somebody. Do it. Let's go. Let's win next year. I'm ready.
I have like two quick things to say about the Jets. One, the Jets are still making the playoffs. I think they're still a really good team right now.
Me too.
Zach Wilson being 5-1 is just a testament to how good the Jets are.
Yes.
Agreed.
He sucks, and they were winning games with him. I mean, if they just had an average quarterback right now, they would have beat New England 17-3.
Yeah.
So I think the Jets are still headed in the right direction. It's not time to panic with the Jets.
No.
I think they're going to be a great team in the future, but they're a quarterback away. And bring in Lamar. Bring me fucking Lamar.
Yeah, I'll take that in a second.
I hate to tell you guys, but I don't see that one happening.
I know. But, okay, so we talked about the Jets. We had to get it off. What would you like to talk about, Mahler? You seem very ecstatic over there about...
We're still working on the 69 players of the week.
You wanna talk about the boys?
We have a number of them, but yes, I would like to talk about the Cowboys.
Go off.
Actually, I'd like to talk about the whole division.
Sure, let's do it.
So, let's start with the Eagles. We talked about it 2 shows ago. What a load of shit they are.
Are they
my
frauds?
God, bro.
Are they frauds?
4-6-1 Colts. You couldn't. That's multiple games in a row that we've looked at the Eagles, and they can't even win by multiple points against teams. They struggled against a Colts team that for the better part of the season was an incompetent bunch, and now they have an ESPN analyst as their coach, and you could barely beat them. The man didn't start on Pat McAfee's show. He literally admitted that they hadn't started watching film on Wednesday. So they got 2 days of filming probably, told the players, and the players went out there and executed against you guys. You guys deserve to lose. Done talking about them. They suck. They won't win a Super Bowl this year, so everyone can stop talking about it.
So I remember there was a stat. When a team starts out 7 or 8-0, they have lost every time they've reached the playoffs, Super Bowl or whatever.
The only one's the Dolphins.
They're gonna lose.
Yes, they're gonna
lose in the playoffs.
They're gonna lose multiple games down the stretch. We don't have to get into it because I've said this before.
Well, I still think they're gonna make the playoffs, but I see them definitely losing in the playoffs. They are the team that are being hunted.
Yes.
Someone picked up a bounty contract, and they will always forever be the team that is hunted.
And this leads me to the Cowboys game, which many people just see this as another win. They're like, all right, this is just 2 teams going at
state.
No, this was a big win for many reasons. One, the Cowboys got a lot of belief now. Not that they didn't, but they got a lot of belief now. We might have locked up Odell. And 3, this puts us above the Vikings should we get into that top spot, tied with them because we beat them, obviously, because they suck. And if we get above the Eagles, I mean, it's game over. Eagles fans are going to crumble. They won't know what to do.
So, would you rather get that number 1 seed in the whole NFC or win the division?
I think
because the Eagles...
Well, no, if we get the number 1 seed, we have won the division.
No, you're right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right for it.
So it's okay.
Continue.
But yeah, I would rather... I want the number 1 seed in that scenario in every sense.
But the Vikings can still win, though. That's the thing. The Vikings can still...
But I think that we showed that the Vikings and the Eagles are very beatable. The Eagles have showed everyone all year. Just no one wants to realize it from Philly. But the Vikings, I think, are very beatable. I think that they will also lose some more games down the stretch. I don't see them winning out the rest of the season, which puts us in a position where if we are able to win out, or maybe we lose 1 game down the stretch, but we'll put ourselves in a spot where we can still win the NFC.
So the Vikings, you should only bet them when they're in 1 o'clock window games.
Yeah.
Because that was a 4:25 game.
So it's getting dark outside early. So if they play in the 4 o'clock slot, or if they're playing in like California in the 1 o'clock spot, like it's probably going to be darker when their game finishes because their game's going to run longer. Because California usually they're floating around, surfing, like they aren't really starting on time. So it's probably going to get dark. Don't even bet on the Vikings anymore. They're trash.
But talk about the Giants and Commanders?
No, not yet. I'm not done with the Vikings.
Go ahead.
Jefferson, yeah, let's stop talking about him because Trayvon Diggs is his daddy. 3 for 33, it's over, bro. Diggs owns you. Diggs is the best corner in the league. Sauce is good too. I'm sorry.
Tyreek Hill is the best receiver in the league. Jefferson.
There
is no comparison.
And last thing I'll say about the team, because I want to get to what you asked me before.
Sure.
No one tell me that Dak isn't the best quarterback in this division ever again. So Mike and I talked about Zeke and Pollard, and he mentioned maybe it's time for Pollard to be running back 1, and here's why, because I didn't tell him before.
Go ahead.
I don't think Pollard can be RB1 this year, maybe next year, maybe the year after that, but he can't be it this year because Zeke is too important to offsetting that defense for him. Zeke's slower. Zeke's a different type of runner. When Zeke hits the holes, it's at a slower pace. So if we run Zeke 3 times, 4 times in a row, and then Pollard gets in and runs the same play, he's past them before they're there to tackle.
Yeah,
It opens up Pollard's game so much having Zeke there.
I agree. And you know what, though? Pollard, he's not the type of running back to just sit back and just, like, wait for a hole open. Dude, he's hitting it. Like,
Yes.
once he gets that ball, he's gone.
Yes. So I think it's important that Zeke is RB1. Now,
Right.
that being said, Pollard has 464 yards and 6 touchdowns in his last 3 games.
But you know what? I don't really consider that committee like an RB1, RB2. I think
it's
they're
a
pretty
team.
evenly split. Like, they're both an RB1. Like, you really can start both of them and be happy with them for fantasy purposes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, what was it, 2 weeks ago? They were averaging the same amount of yards per game. So if you look at it from that sense, they're...
And, like, you look at the Packers, like, okay, Aaron Jones, like, they were saying RB1A, RB1B. Like, no. Aaron Jones is that RB1.
He's the guy.
Dylan is RB2. But for the Cowboys, I don't think there's another team in the league that has a tandem like they do. We had Brees and MC, but we knew MC was RB2. But, listen, this is what happens with the Cowboys, though. They get really hot during the regular season. And then they play a team like the 49ers in the playoffs. And then they blow it up. Hopefully this will change.
I think this year's a little different. It feels different, at least. Because I remember Dak and Zeke's rookie year when they were the top team in the league. I think they lost maybe 1 or 2 games so that season. They were the number 1 team. They go into the playoffs and they lose immediately. There was just a sense of like they weren't ready for it. Now, with this team, I think defensively, very ready for it. And I think offensively, we're getting to the point where like we can beat anyone and outscore anyone.
They're going to be a big up and down team, in my opinion, for the rest of the stretch because they just lost to the Packers in Lambeau and then just completely demolished the Vikings. I mean,
we also have to remember Dak has only just started playing again.
Yeah, Dak is a damn good regular season quarterback.
We'll see. He hasn't had too many opportunities in the postseason. I'm man enough to admit it.
I like Dak. I think Dak's good. I just hope that they can break that curse and actually step up and play well in the playoffs because they have the roster. They have one of the best defensive players in the league.
If we get Odell, it's game. It's over.
So I think
see you at the Super Bowl.
For him, I just want to touch on this quick. It's between the Giants and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So we'll see who he picks.
I mean whoever wins on Thanksgiving is getting him.
It's going to be tough. I mean, Giants homecoming, Danny Dimes needs some weapons, or does Odell want to be part of that system with CD, Dalton, Gallup, and just go for a win?
The rumor is that he wants to finish this season with the Cowboys because he thinks that they have a special group, and then done after this year with the Cowboys, go back to the Giants. Which, I mean, fair play to him.
He's getting to that age now. I think he just wants to get one more ring.
Yeah,
I think he's still got to have a chip on his shoulder because of the Super Bowl injury. Yeah. So he wants to go to a team that has a chance to go back this year.
That's why I feel like the Cowboys.
And that's not the
edge.
Giants.
Yeah.
Yo, Commanders 6 straight, by the way.
The Commanders.
The Commanders 6 straight wins.
They started
6 straight wins.
1-4.
Dude, they can win that division.
1-4. No, they can't win that division. But they can make the playoffs, and I think they will. With Taylor Heineke, they can make the playoffs.
They probably have less than like a 5% chance of making it.
If Wentz steps back on the field, it's over. But listen to who they have to play the rest of the way. They have the Falcons next. That should be a W. That should be a W. They have Young coming back this week. That should be a W. Then they have the Giants twice in a row with a bye week in between there. I think that they're very capable of playing with the Giants and beating the Giants at least one of those games.
My moral is whatever the spread is against Washington against the Falcons.
Yes.
I'm taking Washington. They are just really hot right now. Mm-hmm. Chase Young is going to be back. I'm taking Washington. That's going to be my moral. I'm not even going to look into it, stats and other games. I'm going to take Washington.
There's a good team right now. Very good team.
And I don't think people have picked up on it yet because it's still Washington. They're waiting. They're waiting to see because they play the Falcons. They just play the shitty Texans. We're going to wait and see, but I'm going to take them. That's going to be my mortal.
I agree.
Yeah.
Other than that, there was a Kenny Galladay sighting this week.
There was.
Reception?
Yep. It was pretty crazy when he caught the ball because
He said on him.
No, so ready? This man runs his route, gets the goes cut inside, and I swear to God, he almost fell over. Like this ball, he was one toe away from eating this ball in the face and being a meme again. The guy just can't escape it, but he played well, I guess.
I think he retires after this year. He's done.
I thought he retired after week 1. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, are there any other games, any other things you want to talk about?
I mean, Steelers are done. Just another Pennsylvania team. Like, they're done. It sucks, but they're done.
Guess how much time we got?
We're at 30 minutes right now.
30? Anyone else have anything else?
I mean, I want to talk about the World Cup.
Last
Okay,
thing I
Zach
have to
Wilson.
say, bring in Mike White. I loved Zach in the past, but now, his career is just down the tubes.
Okay, you know what? And I think that they're realizing, like, I just want Joe Douglas and the front office to realize that, okay, maybe we made a mistake. Let's move on from it. Let's not just try and prolong it and keep hoping for something. Okay, maybe we drafted the wrong guy. Let's go get someone else. Let's keep moving on. Because at least we got to see that we have a good defense and we got players.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can't waste this good team right now. Like, how often do the Jets have a team that's this stacked, good coaching staff, great defense, good weapons on offense, just good across the board besides for Zach Wilson? We can't waste it waiting for him to develop if he's really this bad and he's this much of a little shit in the press conferences. Won't take any accountability. He's talking about the wind being too strong to throw a fucking
Strong,
screen.
bro. It was strong.
And he's just done. He's done.
We all thought he had that dog in it, but he doesn't have it.
We thought he
He's
was
got that
fucking.
soaking him. That's what
We
he's
thought he
got.
was fucking. He was just soaking wet.
Soaking wet.
Motherfucker was soaking in offense, that's for sure. But that's it. Mueller at 69.
So the 69. Before I get to the World Cup, so I want to announce we have a bunch of 69s this week. So 69 number 1, we have the 69 game of Detroit Lions and New York Giants, both defensives, 69 tackles. We slide over to the Panthers defense, 69 tackles. We come over to the Raiders. It was the Broncos. We're not doing the Broncos because I don't like the Broncos. Messed that one up.
The
That's
Jets
on
had
me.
68
That's on
tackles
me.
last week, and Mueller almost had it. You're very
Yeah.
close, Mueller. You're getting
Dude, I'm getting there. It's coming. It's
Didn't
coming.
you actually predict that they would have 69 tackles?
I did.
That's crazy.
I did. I really thought it was going to happen too, because I need something to go my way. I can't get a tie. I can't get a 69.
You're getting close, dude. You have a bunch of weeks left. You're going to get there.
Well, those are our two options. So actually, you know what? I'm just going to scrap it. I'm not even letting people vote. Panthers aren't winning. We had the 69 game of the week. Lions and Giants, both teams 69 tackles. Congratulations, boys.
So I want you to find
Congratulations.
either the defense, a player on one of the other teams, Lions or the Giants, to be a 69 player or special teams of the week. Give us some options. Maybe have like 4 of them. We could do
Wait, it's really hard for them to get 69.
Jamal Williams, 69 rushing yards. We can do.
Oh,
We
anyone
can
on the
do
team?
Anybody on the team. We could do Saquon, 69 reception yards. We can do something like that. We'll give the people an option, the followers an option to choose, and we'll go from there. But let me hear your World Cup takes. USA drew today as well. They drew against Wales.
So,
Tim Weah with a goal.
yeah, and Wales are a bunch of pussies. It makes sense now. Like, honestly, watching them try to play against the U.S., it makes a lot of sense as to why the Queen ruled over them for so long and we were able to break away on our own. Like, they are soft as hell. So, should have been an easy W, but the ref was a Qatari ref, and Qatar has been against basically everything. And they're clearly against the free world. So, he gave us no calls. And this game ended 1-1. But that's okay. So we're going to beat Iran. But it's going to come down to that game, I think, because I don't see Wales or the U.S. beating England. They might tie them, but they won't beat them. So it's going to come down to that Iran game and how many goals do we win by. Kind of sucks that today we didn't win, not going to lie.
Yeah.
I came up with a Pulisic chant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, so the top 2
Wanna
teams in
hear
the
it?
group make it to the
Yeah.
next group, whatever. Okay, yeah. Let me hear your chant. Do I have to clap?
We can.
Okay, continue.
All right.
Let's do it.
You gotta remember it. Six magic. Where's the magic hat? Who will score a goal on you? He'll fuck your sister. I forget what I said.
your
It was
sister?
something about your
Excuse me?
sisters. It was something about your sisters. All right, you say your prediction for the World Cup. I'm gonna try and remember this.
All right, I'm going Uruguay. That's my sleeper.
Really,
Uruguay's my sleeper.
I like that. Darwin.
I like Uruguay, but if I had to pick some other basic team to win it, I'll go Belgium.
All right.
Those are
I
my
think
2.
I think Brazil's gonna win.
I think they're going to choke.
Brazil's winning. Their attack is way too good. Attack's way too good.
choke.
And other than that, I'm cheering for Argentina because why not?
So Messi's playing, correct?
Yes.
This is probably his last
Probably.
World Cup.
Probably. I mean, it's probably
And
confirmed.
Ronaldo is playing for Portugal?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know what's
We don't
going
really
on with
know.
him, but
He kind of went like AWOL.
Yeah,
he
that's
is
what
the
it seemed.
Antonio Brown of the soccer world. At
oh
the
man.
moment. He's storming off fields. He's doing interviews. He's quitting teams. He's literally Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Okay, understandable. I can see it. But also, prepare for a nacho review soon. I'm thinking about it.
Hell
A
yeah.
lot of
It's
calories,
about
but-
time.
yeah,
Christmas
well-
season is here.
Yeah, also, yeah, drop some recommendations of either Bethlehem, Lehigh Valley area, Easton, or I can go eat some damn nachos. I want some nachos.
Yeah.
But that was a good episode. It's a lot of Jets and Cowboys talk, but chime in. Good job, guys. Any last words before we head out of here?
Mike White.
Mike White?
England should be scared on Friday. We already beat you once, 1776. It's over.
There you go. All right. So we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything else. And watch us on YouTube.
Peace out.
See you guys.